About 8 to 12% of young people who take their lives are kids who have been bullied. The more severe the bullying, the more severe the feeling of abandonment, lack of acceptance, and the humiliation and embarrassment. If you have a young child, or if you have a member of your family who may be struggling because they've been bullied, talk to them about it. Sit down in a non-threatening way. When I meet with parents and I know that they have a child struggling, I always like to ask the parents, at this moment right now, who's the closest to your child? Because I know in my situation with my wife and I with 4 children, there were times that there were push and pull with the kids. Sometimes I was the heavy hand and the disciplinarian. They didn't want to talk to me. They wanted to talk to their mom. Sometimes because I was gone and mom was home and she was the heavy hand, they wanted to talk to dad. So I like to visit with parents and ask, who's the closest at the moment? And then I encourage parents in a non-threatening environment, go for the walk with that child, go out for ice cream. But sit down and I like to use the I message. Your mom shared with me, I've heard that you were bullied in school and I know that you're struggling with it. I want you to know I'm worried about it. And I want to know how I can help you. Because a lot of times these young people don't know how to respond. A lot of times they'll start pulling themselves away from friends because of the embarrassment. They won't ride the bus to school. They may not get out of bed and give excuses after excuses. I've got a stomach ache. I've got a headache. I don't feel very good. Really important to peel back those layers to find out what your child is going through. And then in some situations, give them a chance to talk with you about it. And maybe you can share some personal experiences of what you experienced growing up and were bullied. You don't want to be over the top with it, but it may give you a chance to open up that discussion, as I did with one of my children and sat down and shared that experience of when I was in high school and something that happened with me when I was in school. And it helped my son realize that while bullying is wrong, a lot of people go through it, but we can get over it. If your child is a bully, have the courage to address it. We have found that even in situations with bullies, that they are a high risk for suicide. Because at some point, they do the bullying for the authority, the attention, and other things. But when that starts being taken away from them, they start losing that support. You also want your child to be able to be accepted into society. And while bullying may be able to get them through some difficult situations, it'll come back to haunt them. So if your child is struggling because they've been bullied, have the courage to reach out and provide that support, that love and encouragement. If your child is a bully, help them understand the importance, the value that may happen to them. And that as a parent, you don't believe that being a bully is the appropriate behavior. And then help them learn to replace those behaviors with some other things. Bullying is probably one of the most difficult challenges for us as educators within the school system. Cyberbullying has taken off to a high level of unprecedented as it's been in the past. And it frightens me to see how mean-spirited people are when they're able to hide behind a laptop or hide behind their phone. So please, if your child is being bullied, reach out to the school administrators, the school counselors, let them know. In a lot of school districts like mine, if it's a serious enough one, we always involve the school resource officer. If your child is being bullied on the phone, copy it and send it to yourself and then erase it off the phone. So you have that information that you can share with the school and with the authorities.